Let's say, hypothetically, I am a Barbie girl. Okay, let's even say I'm in a Barbie world.
Disclaimer, there may be some spoilers in this video if you care about not getting barboiled. So click off this video if you don't want any barboilers. Barbie was a fantastic movie that I found very enjoyable. The set was beautifully pink and majestical. The writing made me laugh and chuckle and giggle, and the cast was great, especially with Ryan Gosling as Ken, which to me was probably one of the best decisions anyone has ever made in Hollywood. Ken made me open my eyes to patriarchy, horses, and his Mojo Dojo Casa House. Every time he was on screen, I was brought with utter enjoyment, a tear in my eye. Truly sublime. I think I mainly enjoy the movie because of Ken. Don't get me wrong, Barbie is a DC character. She's there. She's in the movie. I don't care if it's the Barbie movie. Ken is and will always be the main character in my heart. I honestly don't see why some people think Barbie is a misandrist movie. If you realize how satire and silly Ken and all the other characters are supposed to be, I think it's a genuinely fun and enjoyable movie. I actually think it has some great messages that include things like finding happiness within yourself and how beautiful life can be despite its hardships, along with the challenges women face in society. It's a very feminist film, which isn't a bad thing at all. The movie, I think, does a really fantastic job in portraying and explaining what patriarchy is in an amusing and brilliant way. A lot of the messages are very in your face, which can be reasonably jarring for some. However, I think the arcs of the characters are actually very meaningful, like Barbie discovering how cruel the real world can be, how embracing imperfection can actually be very important and significant. And Alan, just being there in the background. Somebody hug him already. He's so lonely. He's just Alan. I really enjoyed most of the writing. However, I think some people take the movie a bit too seriously, and some just simply don't enjoy it because it is quite political, and that's completely understandable. The Barbie movie doesn't really hide that. Compared to many of the older Barbie movies out there, which is 42 by the way, I don't think many of them address the problems women have to face in society. I could be wrong. I could be wrong though. I haven't watched 42 Barbie movies like this guy did. Sure, I wasn't expecting this movie to be so political, but I don't care. I enjoyed it. It was pleasant eye candy, and it also told a silly little Barbie story, which happened to be political in an unexpectedly entertaining way. All that aside, I really enjoyed Ken and all the other Ken's silly antics regarding patriarchy. It was very goofy, and his arcs are surprisingly good, especially the part where he finds out the horses weren't part of patriarchy. It was truly a fantastic moment. And of course, we can't forget about his amazing song, I'm Just Ken, which I think is easily one of the best movie songs I've heard this year. Mainly because it's just Ken. By the way, have you heard Ryan Gosling's voice in La La Land? It's so good. He actually does sing pretty well. Margot Robbie does a magnificent job as Barbie. The way she delivered her lines really made me laugh, and her acting in the more sentimental and soft-hearted scenes were equally impactful. The moment she talks to Ken and makes him realize that he has value of his own and doesn't have to be Barbie's accessory or number two, he can just be him. In general, I love how you can see the amount of effort they put into this movie. You can really see the passion and hard work shine through in the film. The set was magical, and the cast seemed to have a really fantastic time. Ken, to me, was the star of the show. Like, I was laughing every time he was on screen. I liked him so much, I even built a church in Minecraft dedicated to him. I'm not even joking. Here's a picture. It's him. It's me. Ken is me. Ken is literally me. He is literally us. Overall, I'd rate this movie a Ken out of 10.